Hi guys, my name is Matti Sulanto and I'm a photographer. In this video I'm going to share my first impressions on these Sirui Sniper series lenses. These are the first autofocus lenses from Sirui. They have a pretty ambitious f1.2 maximum aperture and they come in 23, 33 and 56mm focal lengths and they cover APS-C sensor size. Before we go any further, here's a disclaimer. Sirui very kindly sent me these three lenses so I can try them out and make this video for you guys. But this video is no way sponsored by Sirui. The retail price for each lens is $349 and the whole set of three goes for $999. I'm gonna put a link for their Indiegogo page down below, so please go there and check out all the available options. It's not an affiliate link, I get nothing from that. I'll just put the link down there for your convenience. In this video, I'm going to share my first impressions on these three lenses. Later on, before I return these lenses, I'm going to make a photo walk with each lens and share a bit more in-depth user experience with you guys. Alright, let's start with the build quality and features. These lenses come in three colors: carbon fiber gray like these ones, and aluminum silver and ceramic white. I haven't seen the aluminum silver version in real life, so I can't comment on that. However, the ceramic white looks very shiny, bright white, and while it's certainly sort of a standout color, it's a little bit too bold and attention-grabbing to my taste. I very much prefer this carbon fiber gray, but even this looks a little bit too flashy to my taste because I prefer simple, inconspicuous looking photo gear. The build quality feels very solid and much more premium than the price suggests. However, the feature set is pretty basic. There is only the manual focus ring, no buttons, no aperture ring, no switches. But that's fine by me. I'm not big on lens buttons or switches. I like aperture ring though, and sometimes autofocus manual focus switch comes in handy. But anyway, I like this, or I have no problem with this very simple feature set. These lenses do not have optical stabilizer, no weather sealing, but there is a USB-C port here for firmware updates. And I like this USB-C firmware update method. It's very simple and it does not require a camera body, and all in all, it's much better than some other ways to update the firmware. All three lenses look identical, except for the front element, the lens hood, and of course the markings on the lens. Also the weight is identical, 380 grams per lens, and the filter thread is 58mm. The size is very compact for f1.2 lenses, and when I was using this on my Sony a6700, the balance was very nice, and the combo was a pleasure to use no matter which lens I had on my camera. And also because the weight and size is identical, I think these are very well suited for gimbal work if you are into video. So how about the optical quality then? I only shot photographs on these lenses, no video, because at the moment I don't have a suitable ND filter for 58mm. I just told you that the build quality feels much more premium than the price would suggest. However, once you start using these lenses, you'll be quickly reminded that these are budget lenses. Especially at wide open f1.2 aperture, that is very noticeable. And all three lenses have a very similar optical performance. I got my best results on the 23mm lens, this one, but that might be only because I happen to like this much more than the others, because this equals roughly to about 35mm full frame lens, which is my all-time favorite. At wide open f1.2 aperture, the results are slightly soft and low contrast. You'll get that dreamy look in your pictures. But once you stop down to f4, f8 range, you'll get pretty decent uniform sharpness across the frame. But that is hardly surprising, because pretty much every lens is sharp at around f5.6. There's also plenty of longitudinal chromatic aberrations and purple fringing present at f1.2. And that makes me think, is f1.2 slightly too ambitious maximum aperture in this price point? The 23mm has mild barrel distortion, but the other two seem quite well corrected. Also, backlight performance seems pretty decent to me. I did not see any distracting flare in my normal photography. But of course, you can make pretty much every fast aperture lens flare if you really try. The autofocus seems to work really nicely, at least on the Sony a6700. It's not super fast like on the Sony G or G Master lenses, but the autofocus speed never held me back in any situation, so far at least. And all the Sony autofocus modes also seem to work fine. Here is a little autofocus clip on the 23mm lens at wide open f1.2 aperture, and as you can see, it can track me down pretty well when I'm walking back and forth in front of the camera. Here's a quick summary of my thoughts on these Sirui Sniper series lenses. These are the most affordable f1.2 autofocus lenses for APS-C cameras. The build quality is excellent, except for the weather sealing, which is non-existent. And the size is compact and the weight is not too bad either. The price is very comfortable indeed and suitable for pretty much every budget. But unfortunately also the optical performance is a bit of a low budget performance. But of course, you can't expect $1,500, $2,000 performance from a $349 lens. Besides, that soft look can work really nicely for certain types of scenes and subjects. And you will get more than enough sharpness once you stop down beyond f4. I also think that these lenses might be suitable better for video than photography, because for video that slightly soft look wide open may work much better than for photography. Nonetheless, you can make really good looking pictures on each of these lenses, no problem. And if you need or want f1.2 but you don't have a $1,500 budget for each lens, then I think these are a great option. You can get 3 of these for less than one really premium expensive f1.2 prime lens. These are my first impressions on the Sirui Sniper series f1.2 APS-C autofocus lenses. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, please do consider buying me a cup of coffee. There's a link down below for that if you don't live in Finland. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely see you soon in the next video.